read them. No, like it's
I can reach y'all.
Anonymous. so questions, chats, and then we shall end the show, ladies.
Okay, it says, do guys prefer skinny or thick girls? I don't know. It just depends.
All right, cool. Myron?
It depends on the guy. Everybody's different, but I think it's pretty fair that most guys don't want a fat girl.
Well, it depends on what you call skinny and thick, right? Are you saying healthy skinny and healthy thicker? Then it depends. But if you're talking about skinny, meaning somebody who's below the average weight and somebody who's obese, I think people would go with the skinnier person versus an obese person. But when it comes to thick, that means you look good, you're in shape, you just thick. I think it just depends on the guy.
All right, so for like for sex, right? Because once again, like skinny girls are like, oh, I can't do it, but like thick girls like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it depends because like, hey, once again, slow Tuesday because like when she called her man, this nigga didn't pick up the phone.
Oh, you mean the friend?
Yeah, friend.
Well, he might have been asleep, bro. Who knows?
Bro,
what else do we got?
Really?
What else do we got?
Oh, he'd be nice tonight. Oh, he'd be nice.
All right, let's see. Is it even okay to date your friend's ex, or is that off limits? I guess this is a question to pose for us. You can never date your friend's ex.
Yeah, it's weird.
You can't do it. It's bro code, girl code, whatever you want to say. If it's your friend, right? Now, don't say somebody you know's ex. That may be a different thing. But if the person is your friend, you cannot date them. Like in your situation, where the guy has a girlfriend that he's sketchy with, and he want to tell you all about it. If he ever leave her, well, no, that wouldn't be the case because she's not your friend, right? Or is she? Well, she thinks she's your friend. She thinks she's your friend.
No, we're co-workers.
I'm sorry?
They were co-workers.
Are you all co-workers?
Yeah.
We are equally friends? Or are you more friends with him and she's
I'm more friends with him, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But if the case was, the example that I'm giving, if y'all are all friends and she broke up with him, you can't just go and... Come on, Jack. I think it's not right to do that. People can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, both are weird, but I would say it's worse for a guy to do that shit.
Yeah.
Than a woman. Because like women kind of get off on social...
I think it's worse for a girl to do that.
Yeah, right.
Let me explain why I have this take. The reason why is because women are attracted to social status and men that can attract women. Yeah. So it's more natural for you to be inclined to want a man that already has shown value to other women. However, on the male side, we don't want women that have been with other guys. And the fact that she's been with your friend as a male is strange. And you getting with her shows your scarcity mindset and probably more than likely lower status. Men that have more status don't need to go ahead and hook up with a friend's ex. That's strange and very thirsty behavior for a man.
And I'm not just saying it because I read it in a book somewhere. I dated a girl that dated one of the guys that became one of my best friends. It was the worst situation I could have ever been in. It played in my mind every single day I saw that dude. I'm like, this dude used to smash my woman. That's what me and mine go. And then there was I forget the other situation. It was very similar to that. And I just couldn't do it. Oh, it was a girl that I dated a long time ago. We broke up. She messed with a whole bunch of dudes. She came back later in life and wanted to be in a relationship with me. And I felt disrespected. Like, what kind of man am I that you think you're going to come be with me? But even if I wanted to, I couldn't. How could I take her and be serious? And on social media and all the dudes on social media that follow me are like, oh, I hit that. So women, I hope that women understand that too. It may not be fair, but you got to be really cautious of how many people you sleep with and who you sleep with in circles, because a man that really like you can't be with you because you've been passed
isn't
around.
It the same for
book?
Like the other way around?
I don't know how women feel. I'm just saying how I feel.
Wait.
Like this is how men feel. I don't know how women feel about
Yeah.
it. I could see that they may feel the same, but I don't know what that feeling is like. But for men, it's crazy.
Yeah, for men, it's one of the highest signs of lower status when you have to do shit like that.
Oh, other men look at you all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he did one with that girl. Oh.
Ultimate sign of a low value.
So this guy's a beta. All right. Is bro code real, or is it just something guys made up to avoid accountability? Bro code real. I'm not really sure what the question is. Is bro code real, or is it just something that guys made up to avoid
I understand the question, but to be specific, accountability in what regard? Just so I make sure I answer it correctly.
I guess they'll give away who wrote it if they say so.
Yeah, it is. But that's what we sometimes we clarify. And it's a good question. It's not a bad.
So who?
Might have been the fucking
her.
Oh, it was you? Okay, accountability in what regard?
See, smiling.
Accountability in the sense that.
Give me an example of the bro code where you want to question its accountability. That's what I'm trying to get here.
Well,
because there's many instances of bro code where it's used.
Yeah, it's in my experience, it's mostly used when they say like, oh yeah, that's like the question before that.
Not sleeping with the ex?
Yes.
A friend's ex?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your question is, do they use the bro? I mean, but that would be a positive though to not have sex.
I know,
with the next.
I know. But
Are
they,
you saying
they
like a
do.
homeboy covering for his friend is cheating?
That's what I was
confused.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that's the only way it would make
yeah.
sense.
And so if the
Yeah.
bro is saying, "Oh, bro, I'll cover for you," instead of saying, "Hey, bro, you messing up. You shouldn't do that."
Right, yeah.
Is it made up? To be honest, I think I don't. There's two ways to think about it. I think an immature mind would say, "Bro, code is to cover for your boys." I think a mature man says, "I will make sure my boy don't mess his life up, and I'll call him
Yeah, it's
out
just
on
the
it so he don't
mindset.
mess it up." I got friends, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, what you doing?" Or, "You need to marry that woman. She doing this for you, this for you, this for you. Are you crazy? You ain't gonna find a woman like that. You better marry her." And what did he do? He married her. But so the bro code is me not to encourage him to cheat and encourage him to sleep with other women. The bro code is like, "Bro, I'm looking out for your future. Let me help you make the right decision."
I also will say that the bro code and the advice dispensed is going to be contingent upon the woman's value. So, for example, she's a whore. Do what you got to do. I'll cover for you. She's a good girl. Oh, bro, you might want to think about. Hey, you might want to think about this. Or hey, she really loves you, man. This will hurt her. You know what I mean? So it really depends
Yeah.
on the quality of the female. That's going to dictate how the advice goes most of the time.
Facts.
Right.
bro code.
100%.
She had 304. He's like, I got you, nigga.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
she's like
yeah.
a good chick. You're like, hey, bro, you might want to consider like, what you're doing here. So it depends.
Right. How do you feel about new age women? I've been out of the dating game for a while now, so I don't really know how new age women, but I talk to guys about it, and it's kind of sad because I think feminism has ruined women's lives in a large way. Not ruin their lives, but ruin their dating lives. And so, but I don't know. You guys are new age women. Some of you young women are new age women. You could probably speak to it better, but it just seems like women are missing men like this. Like we are missing each other. Women think that men should be this way. Men think that women should be this way. And nobody's willing to take real responsibility for saying, okay, how can I change what I'm doing or what am I doing wrong to be a better woman?
I got a good question for the ladies on this. Ladies, I'm going to give you 5 things on your list. Career, husband, children, travel, or personal endeavors, right?
Right
So-
now or in general?
Yeah, it could be in general. But basically, in your priority list of what you need to get accomplished in your life right now, what are the top things? So again, we'll go career, husband, family, maybe hobbies, travel, whatever it is. But I just want to know your priorities, your top 3 to 5 priorities in your life right now at this moment. We can start with you.
Kids.
So more kids.
No, my kids are the.
You are kids. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kids. My health.
Okay.
My career.
Okay.
My spirituality.
Okay.
And then
Men at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
My daughter, my
got a
stability
kid?
in life.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes, nigga.
Wait, is it with
No.
Plot twist.
That's my baby daddy, though.
Yeah. Wait, there's more.
Wait a minute.
so
This
it's
has
not the
got
jail
way
guy, right?
crazy.
Yeah.
No,
Is it
that's
Joe
not my
guy?
baby. That's not my baby daddy, but that's
Okay.
my baby daddy.
Baby
though.
daddy.
Wait a minute. Is your baby daddy? I gotta just clear this up.
Get the lights up, niggas.
Is
3,000
your
likes.
baby daddy alive?
Of course,
Is he in his kid's life?
she's with him right now.
Wait.
Is he okay with this little situation? With you
It's not
dating a
up
guy
to
who's
him.
in jail and that person being around your child?
Does he know?
I don't bring nobody around my
Wait.
daughter.
Yo,
'Cause I'm not
she
married to
claimed
nobody.
the
I
nigga
don't
in jail,
know.
but
That's my
not her
man,
baby
though.
daddy, bro.
That's messed up.
Why I'm claiming my baby
claimed
daddy
the
for
nigga
it?
in
That's my
jail,
baby daddy.
but not the nigga who's
but my
about
man
to-
is my baby daddy for real.
What the fuck?
My man
Yo,
is my baby
pretend
daddy
man,
for
what the
real,
fuck? No, nah, nigga. You claim the nigga in jail who's not supporting your child, right?
You joking, right? I mean, that's kind of you just being
No,
funny.
no, bro.
Wait.
She's dead serious, bro. She is toxic as
Did-
fuck, man.
I'm dead serious about what?
You said the dude in jail is your baby daddy, though, for real.
No, that's not my baby daddy.
No, I know it's not literally your baby daddy, but you're prioritizing him over your baby daddy.
Why the fuck?
I mean, that's what I'm
I
assuming. that you
said
said.
no. I'm saying no. You know, like
No.
that's my baby mama. That's my baby daddy. Like that's my baby.
Hey, the mama?
Like I'm not dead serious. That's not my baby daddy.
No.
for real,
But
that's
you
my baby
claiming a
daddy.
nigga who's not watching your kid, son, daughter.
A daughter.
All right.
So-
what? Finish what you're gonna say, and then.
Why the fuck? Like, like you say, oh yeah, like I have a man, he's in jail, but the nigga who actually like watching your fucking daughter, you aren't claiming him.
I
On
said
air,
that's my baby
and
daddy. Nothing more, nothing less.
I
Bro.
thought the stuff that you said
We
made
cool,
sense.
we friends.
The stuff that you
You
said made
friends?
sense when I thought
Me
you
and my
were.
baby daddy, yeah.
The stuff that
We
you
cool.
said made a little bit of sense because I thought you were young and you didn't have any real responsibilities. But when you add a kid in this, it makes everything I said that much more. Like your
It
daughter.
don't make no difference.
you-
My daughter don't know him, so it don't really matter.
So this is just a little hookup, a little fling, a fling.
It's not even a hookup because we cannot hook up.
I'm
Like-
just saying it's a fling. I'm saying.
I guess he's hooked up, but yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm saying you just hooking up with him before he went to jail and you just hanging around until you get out.
No, I was getting to know him before he went to jail.
She's
can't
we
claiming
didn't
a
do
nigga in
nothing.
jail on air, right? I wonder. This is like a whole live show. She's claiming a nigga on air that's my nigga, right?
How old is your daughter? Is she?
She's 3,
How old are you?
20.
So you had your daughter
17.
17?
Bro, she's claiming a nigga on air that doesn't fucking fuck with her.
How you gonna tell me who my man fuck with?
Because this nigga is watching your fucking child. And then, we didn't know Brandon.
What was that? Brandon, hold on, no, Chris. What was that question again, Brandon? That the girl I
The
wrote.
old one or the new
Yeah,
one?
the one that you just read. The one you just
I
read.
forgot. How you feel about new age women?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she home.
Oh, yeah, the priorities. Okay, so yeah, that's what it was. The priorities.
Yeah.
Okay, so your son first, or no, your daughter. Excuse me.
My
And then
daughter.
what else?
Stability.
She's
Finishes
cooked.
college.
College. Okay.
College?
Yeah.
Come on. Titties.
Where does
Cherries.
where does Joe guy come into this?
We'll see about
He's like
that when
fourth
he get
or fifth
out. Like
place?
I said.
Okay.
Can I finish my list though? My 5?
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead, go
thank
ahead.
you. My daughter, stability, college, get my money up.
Bro, just let
Wait.
it finish. What's the last one?
Oh, shit, no, bro.
I just want to travel, y'all. I'm not even gonna talk about it.
Fucking traveling.
Hey,
Like, damn, I
traveling.
can't even
Okay.
think.
When you said stability, do you mean that you're gonna get that stability for yourself? You mean?
No, I mean like stability in life. Like I said, I'm going
Okay.
to college. I want to be a lawyer when I get older. I
All
need
right.
to get that stable.
I'm just trying to
For
figure
when
out
I get
where
older,
man
like-
falls in.
Trying to get her man
I'm
out.
getting yeah, I'm gonna get my man out. I'm gonna get my man out.
It's a jail right now.
I'm just
What the
saying.
fuck? She's a lawyer. You're a bad lawyer,
She's
man.
not
Get
even
your
about no man though, because
out of
one thing
jail.
about it, I got myself. I don't need no nigga. I'm going to college for me.
Do that first, all right?
Yeah, I'm doing it for me.
Yeah, let me
Wait,
move on.
Before we move on,
Okay.
does he have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 or 4, nigga.
All right. What about you? Where would give me your top 5 priority list?
Okay, so top 5 right
Yo,
now.
done with her?
No, she's done. She's done.
Sure?
Lawyer, bro. Yeah.
Yo,
I'm gonna be a rapper, hairstylist, lawyer.
Brandon, we done with her?
Wait.
Yeah, she said all that I could take.
Yeah. All right, go to Germany, bro. Germany. Go ahead.
All right,
Okay, top 5. Let her answer.
So top 5 right now, I
Yeah.
would say health and mental health
Okay.
is the most important thing for.
That's
I would
cat,
say
bro.
still,
All right,
I
go
would
ahead.
say health and mental health is the most important thing.
Okay.
And then my career,
Okay.
traveling,
Okay.
family, and hobbies.
When you say family, do you mean your family like your parents, or are you creating a family? Yeah, it's a big difference.
No, yeah, true. Then wait, I would change it. Health and mental health, then my family, like my actual family, right now, like my mom.
Yeah.
and,
Okay.
yeah.
Your immediate family. Okay.
Exactly. And then my career, building a family, traveling. No, actually traveling and then building family.
Okay.
Because I'm young.
I'm going somewhere with this.
I'm not
What about
trying to
you?
make it
Is your
clear
priority
now.
list similar to hers or different?
Well, I'm doing the traveling right now.
Okay. So what's your main top 5 life priorities?
After that, I want to do college, so
Okay.
career.
Okay.
Yeah, then husband and family, hopefully.
So husband falls in 3rd place or 4th place?
Third.
3rd. Okay. What about you?
Well, for me, it's also like traveling right now.
Mhm.
Career, health. I'm not. I feel like I'm too young to be saying that I want like build a family right now.
Okay.
So that in the future maybe.
So that's like what, 4th or 5th place?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I just got promoted within the last 6 months, so I'm
Career?
just working on my career and then travel. We do have an office in the Mediterranean that I'd really like to visit and meet my other coworkers. So yeah, I would say health, career, travel, husband.
So the reason why I asked that question, because the question was about modern women, right? And I talk about this quite a bit. And I talk about this actually in my book, Why Women Deserve Less, shameless plug. In the book. It's a short book because it's Women Deserve Less. You? But all jokes aside, I talk about feminism and how it's influenced women. And in that book, there was a study done on where women rank family, children, and a husband. And they pretty much all gave answers similar to you guys. It's like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place. Which I guess, you can make the argument, well, yeah, they're young. They want to go ahead and, live their life and get things out the way. But what if I said, you know what? My number one priority is to just be happy and just do what just kind of do what I want to do. I don't care about making money, becoming a better man, being competent, any of that other stuff. I just want to live my life. And more than likely, if I didn't prioritize becoming successful, I wouldn't become successful, right? I would just have fun, but I'd be paying for it later. And I think with women, you kind of have the same thing where it's like you guys think a career and having fun and traveling and becoming more competent is going to work out. But the reality is you guys only have a certain amount of time to find the best guy. So you can go ahead and prioritize the career and the money and, traveling and experiences. But understand that if you're not making a man the top priority, you're probably not going to get the best man. Does that make sense? If you don't prioritize a husband and finding a man, you're probably not going to get him.
Well,
or at least,
let
me rephrase. You're not going to get your top choice. Does that make sense? If you want a man, a top tier guy, a guy that's going to treat you well, be attractive, all these other things, you're going to have to make him a priority. But what I've noticed with women is you guys think it's like a side quest.
And let me add to this. Are you guys committed to not having sex before marriage? Raise your hands if you're committed to that.
I mean,
this is where I'm going with it. I mean, because you guys, your priority to be married is on the very bottom. None of you guys are taking birth control. So I'm not advocating birth control, but you're not taking any measures to prevent yourself from having children. But yet all of you guys are dating and actively involved with men to some degree.
Not all of us.
No, I'm just saying to some degree. Your guy, you would be if he wasn't in jail.
So, yeah.
But what I'm saying is that, when you look at it, I'm hoping that you guys aren't actively dating.
Yeah.
Because if you're actively dating, you're putting yourself in a bad situation because it's not even a priority and you're not in a position to protect yourself if you do end up having a child with somebody that you're not even committed to. So I'm hoping that that's the result, because when you guys said nobody's on birth control, I was like, wow, I mean, that's good, because I don't think women should be on birth control. I think it has a lot of damaging factors there. But then I'm also hoping that you're not actively in relationships with guys who you have no desire to commit to, because this is what derails your entire future. You're having fun, you're traveling, and you get pregnant by somebody.
And the other thing, too, that's interesting with like if I had this conversation 50, 60 years ago and asked the women, what are your priorities? They would all more than likely say a husband and a family first. None of them would say career or traveling or other stuff. So it's a very modern thing for women to be prioritizing, personal achievement and traveling and enjoyment before family. And, I look at it like this. If I want to be rich and successful, I have to make that priority number one. If you guys want your dream man, you have to make him priority number one. So I always kind of find it interesting how women want a guy that's successful, ambitious, good looking, loves kids, has a dog, and all these things. But you guys aren't prioritizing him or finding him.
The thing is, so I'm 22.
Yeah.
I know my mom got married at 19. So she was, no, not 19. She had me with 19. She was 17, 18. But I don't want to get married right now. So because I don't want that right now, it's not my priority.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When do you think you're going to have the most value to a man?
Wait, let me finish what I was going to say.
No, but see, that's the problem. See, hold on. See how you're elevating your wants and needs over what the guy's going to want?
Well, obviously, it's my life.
But the thing is that you also want an attractive man, right?
Sorry?
But it's your life, but you also want, at the end of the day, to have your dream man, right?
Of course, yeah.
So,
who
doesn't
want it?
Like, if I was to sit here and say, well, I want a really attractive woman, and I want to have this certain lifestyle, I need to work for that, right?
I guess, yeah.
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 So I have to understand what a woman wants, and I have to become that guy.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting how like women just say, you know what, I'm gonna do me, and he better accept me how I come.
No, that's what I was gonna say. So right now, I don't want to get married. That's why I'm not like, if a man comes around and he's like the perfect man, yeah, because like I believe in fate, and if that was fate, then we'll get married. But right now, I don't want to get married, so I don't focus on that. And like right now, I'm here for a year. Like, I'm not gonna get married to a random American. I'm
Sure.
gonna go back to Germany. I'm gonna go to college and like.
Do you think you have more value now, or when you're done with college in 4 to 5 years?
Well, it depends. What do you mean with value?
I'm asking you, to a man, do you think you have more value right now, or when you're 27?
Well, what kind of man? If it's like what kind of man?
A
Like the
man, let's
perfect
say a man with options, yeah. Like, do you think you're more attractive to him now at 22 or at 28, 29, 30?
Well, if he's mature enough, then it wouldn't make any difference for him. If I'm a good woman and I have good character and like everything he needs in a woman, why would it make a difference?
Interesting.
Yeah,
If he likes younger girls, okay, then that's his that's what he wants. That's fine. Then I just look for another one.
No, it's fine. I mean, you do what you want, but I'm just saying, like, men in general, like,
I do get your point. I get it.
Yeah,
That like men in
okay.
general want younger girls, and they want like girls that have less experience, so they live together.
it's really the bad habits that older women bring. Now, some girls come from a good family, and they might be you'll be fine, but since we live in this kind of fatherless / single parent society, especially now in modern society, a lot of women, when they become older, there's problems. The father wasn't there, single parent household, they dealt with a lot of bad boys, they're bitter. So I'm just saying in the modern era, it's a bit different. Women grow up faster, is my point.
And when does the list change? That's the question. At what point does the list change? Because the priorities that you guys are speaking about can go on in perpetuity. Traveling, when does traveling is not enough? You can always travel. There's always places to go and
Good point.
explore. When do you not prioritize your personal health and mental health? That's always going to be something that you can prioritize. So the question is, and I think what Myron was getting at, is that young women or women in general just need to think this through. As you begin to grow older and you begin to have these experiences, when are you going to prioritize or change your priority list? Because you don't want to do it too late in life, and then your pool of men that you want, not men that you can get, because you girls can get a lot of dudes, but the guy that you really want begin to slim longer and longer and longer, that you prioritize or you lack the priority of having a man. And so I just, if I had a daughter, that's what I would tell her. Like, okay, I see what you're saying. It makes sense. That sounds good. You are young. But at some point, you got to transition your priorities to begin to focus on that, because ultimately, I think most women want a marriage and a good family. Most women need that. It is not good for a woman to be alone and out here struggling and fending for herself. It's just not. It's better for a woman to have a good man next to her and you guys grow and build together. The same thing is for a man. I would tell a young man, what's your priorities? At some point, you got to transition your priorities to having a wife, because you go on, you could be 40 years old and your body count crazy. And now you're in a situation where you're not going to find a woman that is capable of being with you, because men can go younger, but younger is not normally smarter. Young women don't know what they want in some cases. And a man who has value and who want to grow can't grow with a woman who can't help him grow. And so I would tell both sides, at some point you have to change your priority list, because it's never going to change itself. And then you run into a situation where you meet a random guy and you really don't want to prioritize it. And then you end up getting married and getting divorced. And you don't want that for your life either.
I think the older-younger dynamic can work, but the guy really needs to coach the woman and make her like be aware of expectations and boundaries and everything else like that, because she is so naive and young. I do see her perspective where, like, hey, you want her to have a little bit of life experience so you don't have to do as much work, but it really comes down to the guy. Some guys want her to be as clean slate as possible. I'm going to program her the way I want to be my girl. Some guys say, you know what? No, you it's cool. I don't want to fucking do all this work. It's a pain in the ass. Or maybe her dad did a lot of the work for you. Who knows? But just for me, dealing with women in modern day society, I've realized it's just better for me to come in and indoctrinate her the right way. And I know that might be, oh my God, that's so terrible. But that's my job as a leader, because women don't have good fathers anymore. So it's like, damn, am I going to leave her to the devices of what a lot of, broken families we have now? Now, maybe 20, 30 years ago, hey, came from a good household. You could rely on the household and religion and shame and society to keep her in place. But nowadays, with like girls get more respect for being on OnlyFans than working like a job or being a stay-at-home mom. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
So society's changed a lot.
Let me add this, and shout out to my wife. I saw her in the comment section.
Okay.
But let me add this to the dynamic. The young women who are here saying they want to travel and all, it's great to do that. Don't be foolish and jump into a relationship before you have any life experience, before you know what you really want. You may not want to live in Germany the rest of your life. You may not want to. You may want to come live in America. I don't know, but you have to experience some of those things and build skills before you think you're going to be somebody's wife. So don't jump into it. Don't think you're wrong for wanting to explore and travel. Just as long as you're not sleeping around, that's not good for you. But it is invaluable for you to have something to offer a man, because when you're 18, you'll know what's going on. You really can't offer much. And this is just my opinion. The same thing with men. I think men should wait until they have something established before they try to marry somebody.
I agree 100%.
If you can't take care of her, you can't marry her. And some young men feel pressured to say, well, I'm not where I want to be at yet, but I want to go 50-50. In my opinion, you got to get to where you need to be first. Therefore, you actually have something to offer that woman.
No, I tell them that, like, in today's society, like, they have to. Like, being an average guy doesn't work anymore. Like, it just doesn't. So men have to be exceptional to get, like, just a little bit of access.
Yeah,
so it's like, yeah.
And women just being the average woman is not acceptable either to stay married. Because some men will marry you because he likes certain things about you. But if you can't raise children and add value and be submissive and none of those things, you're not going to stay married to a man for long.
She has to be an above average wife.
But the thing is, the crazy part is that you actually have to be more average than above average, but it's harder to be average because of what society teaches women. Like, men are very simple. You don't need to be doing all that to really get a good man. You just need to be loving and compassionate and supportive. And a lot of really good men will go for you. Women think they got to have a BBL. They got to get their lips injected. They got to be makeup on their face every day. They got to do all this extra stuff to compete with other women. In reality, you're not really competing with women externally for men. You're really competing internally, because a nice booty and some legs only go so far. And then after a while, you got to be a mama. You got to be. You got to be able to do something.
I tell guys, get with more average-looking girls. They're just going to be more grounded a lot of times. These girls with surgery and models, or they make money off the way that they look. What ends up happening is that vanity kind of takes away from their ability to properly nurture and serve you as a man. Because they're going to be way into their looks. And I've done it before. I've dated like 9s and 10s. It's the worst experience ever, bro. They're always, every time they walk by a mirror, they got to look at themselves. They're taking hours to get ready. Like, they're extremely materialistic and vain. Very big pain in the ass dating chicks that are super attractive. So I like more average girls, personally.
Right, and I hope that men, they call me
for a relationship.
They call me a simp for saying this, but I think it's true. Like, men have to watch what they're going after. Women sometimes go after success and money in men, which cause them to get bad men who don't love them and treat them right.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Right, which you're 100% right. And I agree with you on that. But also young men, they going for looks. They going for booties and legs and chests and all this other stuff that's superfluous. And so young men need to start worrying about, well, can she provide? I mean, say provide meaning that she could take care of the house. Is she going to be a good mother? Does she come from a good family that believes in the values that you believe in? Those are the things that young men should be focused on, not necessarily looks. Why do I say that? Most young men are looking at looks first. When I was young, it was nothing but booty and legs. I'm being honest. That's all I look for. I would not talk to a girl if she didn't look exactly like I wanted, which young men fall for that. I would encourage them, marry the right one and not the fine one.
Fair enough. So you want to do last thoughts or
Yep.
or are there any more questions or
Yeah, there's just two more.
Two more?
I've been running my mouth.
No, you good, bro.
All right, look, I can do this real quick.
You can answer them quick.
This one is crazy. I don't even know what it says. It's if a girl say I'm not like other girls, is that I guess a red flag? You wrote this? Oh, I'm about to say a green flag, just a walking TED talk waiting to happen. Who wrote this? I can't understand it that well. It's missing letters and all kinds of
It's probably
Let me read
the
it.
four people that run the country.
If a
No,
girl
it
says
was-
I'm not like
it was
other
me,
girls,
but it was ChatGPT.
is that a red flag?
You wrote that
a
question?
green flag,
ChatGPT wrote it.
or just the walking TED talk waiting to happen?
You're trying to blame it on ChatGPT.
It really was.
Did you
I
translate
didn't
it?
write this.
Me.
I would just read. If a girl says I'm not like other girls, is that a red flag, a
Yeah.
green flag, or just the walking TED talk waiting to happen?
Yeah, I didn't understand the walking TED talk part.
Me neither, to be honest. But the first part.
Yeah, maybe ChatGPT messed that part up. But if a man say that I'm not like other girls, I don't know. It really
It
depends.
is a red flag to answer your question. If a girl
Right.
says I'm not like other girls,
No.
that's what she said, right? It's if a girl says I'm not like the other girls, or was it I'm not like the other guys?
I
as
think
a
if
man?
a guy says,
No, if
if a girl says I'm not like other girls,
Yeah, it is a red flag.
yeah, I would agree.
The thing with women, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but you guys are everything about you guys is a lie.
Yeah.
You guys wear makeup, you guys wear heels, you guys wear extensions, you guys wear
Body count.
eyelashes. You lie about your body counts. We don't know when you're in heat because your period is. Everything about females is to be deceptive in nature, which is fine. It's to preserve.
everything is crazy.
Everything is deceptive.
All right. So what though?
What?
So what though? Like no, like you know.
No, to say like everything about women.
Okay,
Age, yeah.
you're looking at
Lies.
literally. A lot of aspects about women and female nature is deceptive in regard, right? Like you guys are taught to hold back your interest levels. You guys are taught to play hard to get. You guys are taught to wear makeup. They don't know when you're actually horny or not. Like everything about females, we don't know when you're on your period. So like everything about females is about being
But
deceptive
that's
to a
not a
degree.
lie. I mean,
Yeah, it's a lie.
What's that?
like,
No, I'm
if I'm
telling
having
guys.
my period and you don't know.
No. I
so
said
what
that.
about it as a lie?
No, but I'm saying everything is to be deceptive. Like men are not supposed to know. And I'm saying this because you asked if a girl says I'm not like the other girls, is that a red flag? And I'm saying yes, because everything about not everything, but since you're taking it literally, a lot of things about women is deceptive in nature.
Yeah, and I wonder is this and I agree with you to a certain point. I wonder is this subconscious or not, because society has created this situation where women have to be somebody that they're not. Because not one woman, or rarely, would a woman come on this podcast and not wear makeup. And the question is why. A lot of women look better without makeup on. The clothes that women wear to the gym and other places are ultra revealing. Why? It insinuates your breasts. They wear the pump-up bras to make the breasts look bigger. They're getting BBLs, or they wearing the pants with the slit in it to make the booty cheeks look better. I just think that creates an environment where I think women can't be their authentic self.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, because they're
Natural
competing against
cherry.
each other and they're trying to get attention too. It's a competition for validation and attention.
Women
Well,
won't
I
not
feel
wear
like-
makeup.
I feel like it's because I be looking at myself. like,
10. All right, 10. All right.
Okay, so one thing, just one of the things, because I don't disagree with everything you said. Just because you said not a woman comes here not wearing makeup, you literally write in the text that we need to glam up to come here.
No.
I don't wear makeup every day. Like most of the time, I'm without makeup.
No. But what I'm saying is that if we generically went and surveyed women, how many women typically don't wear makeup on a day-to-day basis? I think that
I'm just
most
talking
women.
about here.
No.
You said here, no woman comes
She
without
takes
makeup.
everything literally. That's good though. I like it.
I get what you're saying literally, but let's just say that the caveat wasn't there. Most women will be wearing makeup when they go places anyway. And I'll say this, even if they never told you to wear makeup, I bet most women will feel like they need to wear makeup because they're being presented on a live stream. It creates an environment where I think women have to be disingenuous often, which is what Myron is saying. Because do you really love the way you look without makeup? I mean, really?
Absolutely.
I mean, like,
Well,
like
you seem like you got a very
queen.
you got a very young face. You
Yeah.
could get away with not wearing makeup. You probably look almost the same with or without makeup. I could tell it by just looking at you. You probably don't have a lot of makeup on, right? So, but the average woman, do they look in the mirror and say, "I'm beautiful," or do they only feel like they're beautiful when they have makeup on? If we did a survey, I would think
I don't
so.
wear
Sure,
makeup
probably not, no.
99% of
No?
the time. No. Mm-mm.
If you go on a date, would you wear makeup?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. Going on a date?
You?
No. Mm-mm. I don't
mean,
wear makeup at all.
I mean, up titties though. And I was like, ah.
All right, what's the last question? Or was that it?
No, the last one is kind of crazy.
All right, cool.
It says, when did you realize your superpower was being able to pee standing up?
Oh shit.
What the hell is what?
I don't know what that means.
I guess from right away.
I mean, yeah. It's peace.
Superpower at peeing.
All right, last thoughts.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, chats.
Oh, chats and then or we'll
Bills?
close out.
Yep.
Okay, we'll just do chats and